Hello, Puppet people, and welcome back to another Paupergeddo preparation league video. As always, we are playing Waltz combo, and I think we are getting close to the best list for the present metagame, at least online. This is exactly the list I used a couple of days ago for my last 5-0 on Magic Online, and it's more or less the same of the last few videos where we have added uh, the Elf package, mainly Priest of Titania, to the combo generation, to the combo mana generation creatures, meaning that Priest covers the role of Overgrown Battlement number 5 to 7, and with the help of some additional elves and Orochi Leaf Caller, can become the target of Freed from the Real or Galvanic Alchemist, and therefore our infinite mana outlet. We play 13 lands. We recently added again a couple of hands to the package just to have a little more consistency mana wise, and then to actually play the end as a giant blocker when it's useful or needed. They also have, form part of the plan C when you have to go through the kill in some way with Secret Door. So these are reasonable attackers. On the defender's point of view, uh, to notice only the fact that we still have the double attack that combo very well with Beast Rider and Bargat, that along with all the mana generation we have can allow us, even without infinite mana, to dig, find additional mana generators or Queen Rangers and keep going on very effectively. Due to that, and because we want to have at least or as close at 40 creatures as possible, we play only 3 Winding Ways and 3 Lead the Stampedes. They say the most important variations with respect to the last video are in the sideboard. We are back to a completely creature-based sideboard uh, where we have a few new, let's say, comers. Let's go in random order. We have 3 Masked Vandals that count as elves and are useful against mostly artifact land-based decks, especially Affinity, but also many others that use quite a bit of artifacts. Of course, they can also be useful against enchantments. We have 2 Fairy Macabres that are useful at first against Wolf Spy, but also against other kind of combo decks and control decks like Familiars or Freakatron. We have a catch-up spell against combo decks and control decks, which is Middle Shell Crab. Then we have an anti-fairy package, which is basically 2 scatter shots. Again, all of these are elves, so they combo with the Priest of Titania. We have a life game package that presently has 2 Essence Wardens and 2 Night Layer Disciple. I tried a lot of combination between the two, and including even things like Pulse of Murasa or Weather the Storm. I think this is probably the best I found up to now. Let's say Mono Red Madness or Gutter Snipe Red is still probably the worst matchup we have, close to hopeless. But against a lot of other decks, these creatures are very good. It's it's a balance between the fact that the Essence Warden is so easily killable with respect to the Disciple. And finally, the big news is Avenging Hunter. Avenging Hunter kind of, I wouldn't say solved, but helped a lot against John Wildfire in Primis and others decks like Gardens, the various variation of it, because we can reasonably easily cast an Avenging Hunter turn 3, and these decks suffer against it. It gives an additional angle of attack without sacrificing the combo, and lately I've been very successful with it. Of course, we have only 3 of them. We need to draw them. It's nothing, always working, but it's very good. We kind of stole the idea, like many we did from the Warspy community, but I admit it works very, very well. Having said that, we will just go to the first game of the league. Match 1 against Softmal. Because and we only have mana. We are on the draw with Mulligan. This is better. We are going to keep. It's still a sketchy one. We hope not to be against red. Blue. Okay, this is terror. Probably it's a little too slow, but let's see. In case they do not flip and attack, we will block. They do not flip, which is good news. Let's see if they attack. They do. And we happily block. So the plan now is to just cycle end at the end of the turn. Okay, they mill a brainstorm and an island, which is not bad. And a counterspell, which is also not bad. They are probably going to play anyhow one serpent. Yeah. This allows us to play our Axebane, but it might be too slow because we have nothing else. We gained a lot of time killing the Delver, so I don't regret using the Quirion. Basically, we gained one full turn. Let's see if they have the first spike. They do not. Now the problem is that, well, let's hope they do not have another serpent. Okay, this is fine. And let's hope they do not have the spell pierce. If they have, we are dead. Okay. We might kind of turn the corner if they do not have counter spells. Okay, here we need to discard to end size. I'm wondering what we really need to discard to end size. I think the Shieldwall Sentinel is probably the slowest one. We are going to go to 2. Let's hope they tap once again our. Very good, 2 creatures. They tap once again our Axebane. They do. We go to 2. We should be able to deploy a bit of stuff here. including 2 elves to block. And we might have the kill next turn. Let's hope they try to tap us out again, because this would allow us to win. We are going to, of course, we need to block both. My client is a little lag. Okay. Okay. Please do something else. Tap something. Good. We have the win. I would not have expected to win this one. It all actually came down to that Quirion sacrificing for the Crows against the Delver. Okay. So here it's straightforward. The client is super laggy, so I need to be sure nothing sketchy happens. Okay. Okay. So now let's see if they concede. Oh man, this thing is incredibly annoying if we have to go through it. Please concede. No? Okay, we get a couple of additional defenders. That will speed up everything. We will also play the additional Quirion just in case against the possible issues with the leg. Here we have the basic digging combo that is tac tac and Beast Rider that allow us to. They actually have 6, is just our side that is strong. That allow us when we do not have infinite mana to keep chaining and digging. Here we are. Come on. Really kind of sad that we need to do everything super slow because the client is like. It was quite a lot of time since I had leg issues. Okay, now let's hope they concede. because they see us going super slow. So I understand them not conceding. So 32 mana, we can do 4 activations. Okay, and now 4 untaps, and we do the last 3. Let's hope it gets better the successive games. I don't think we need, let's say we can time out. But if by any chance we have to go through it with Galvanic Alchemist, maybe doing only 1 mana for loop, it could take a bit of time. Okay, game 1 is won, thanks to a turn 2 blocking. Okay, hello. So here we bring in the crab, maybe, no, and 2 scattershots. They might remove 1 Tinderbolt, 1 Shieldwall Sentinel, and 1 Tac. Tac or Orochi could be the thing. Tac allows Scattershot to, of course, remove Delvers immediately. Orochi allows Elves to win. I prefer the Elves side for the moment. Okay, this hand, sorry I was texting, is reasonably good. You see the criteria are all succeeded, meaning at least 2 real lands, 1 big mana generator, and card draw. If we actually have 3 lands, multiple card draw, and generous sand, that is very good if we can cast it. Okay, now we need to hope that they do not blindly flip at least for 1 turn. Unless they have the brainstorm. And they do blindly flip the inferior, it's okay. With the Priest of Titania build, we are less sensitive to the inferior. Now, the thing is, if they have a counter spell or the gut shot, let's see. Force spike. Okay, this is slightly annoying. Let's see if they have the third land. It seems not to be the case. They're thinking if milling too. Okay, here we just go with the Axebane. Let's see if they have the counterspell or another force spike. Some lists have only one force spike, some lists have up to 4, typically 3. They do have even the counterspell. So next turn we are going to cycle the ant in the upkeep and then try the winding way. But they have triple interaction, meaning force spike, counterspell, dim inferior, and the third one blindly flipped Elves. So this game is going to be hard. Good news is that they do not have a length, so that means that we still have at least two turns. So here they are tapped out. I think we don't upkeep. Okay. First of all, winding way. Let's see if we get the Quirion. Ah, we whiff terribly. We are going to try a drift as a blocker next turn, but no, it's not going to work. They have the Demi feeder. Let's try anyhow, just for one turn. But this game was really a bad one. Let's see if they flip. I cannot remember if they shuffled or not. They do flip. So we know they don't have any other lands. They cannot dim inferior. The problem is we keep drawing very poorly. Let's see if they have the second counter. They actually needed to wait for the Thought Scour. Because it will have allowed them to dim, but I think they might have anything to tap our guy. And we just died? No? We are starting lagging again. They cannot even cast a Serpent, but in any case we need to draw a land here, and we don't, because now we are forced to try another blocking drift. And they have counters, but I don't know why they are playing so slow. Maybe they're also lagging. Okay, we don't change anything. Okay, we want to. Okay, this end is has everything except the card draw, but it's too good to mulligan on the play against the Delver. We even have for spike protection and a lot of mana starting turn 3. Of course, it all depends on the gut shot. From a pure theory point of view, we are one Orochi away from the kill. They do not have. So we need to play around for spike. This is actually now allow us. I don't know what they did. Let's see if they want to try the gut shot. Yeah. But we are now playing our priest. Unless they have another gut shot. That would be slightly crippling. I can't remember if they saw the priest's game one. So now let's see what we draw. Okay, Battlement is good. Let's see if they want to counter it. They don't. So now we try. Civil Sentinel. That could be countered. It's not. So here I think we go for Axebane. I think we can attack. The good thing is that they are totally reacting this game, so there are no clock. We really would need the Beast Ride Vanguard or something like that. start milling. Deep analysis and delver. Let's see if they have another one. Yeah. Dim inferior and lower. If they make a serpent right now, we have. Okay. We need to do something, please. Okay, this is good. So first of all, we start with the Axebane and let's hope they counter it. Good. So now we can lead and we get a very nice the only bad thing is that they know now our whole land, but we are deploying the Axebane. We use okay. Now let's see what they do. The lead unfortunately was not super good, but they definitely need more interaction, or actually they need more threats. They are supposed to be the tempo for the aggressors in this matchup. We take it. It was a little unfortunate to have to use so early the reaping, but okay. Now, I think we bait with the lead. Actually, we could bait. No, I think the lead is the correct one. I was thinking about the Galvanic Alchemist, but then if they don't counter it, why they must counter the lead if they have the opportunity to do it. And this, unfortunately, it was one of the things that could be possible. And now we have multiple two looks. Okay, take the drift. We untap the Axebane. And we try to go for the kill with the Freed. We have protection from spell pierce. If they do have a null, it's okay. Okay, and we win. Presumably. Okay, we played, I would say, reasonably well this matchup. even though we didn't really had a lot of top decks or things like this. Okay, here it is. Ah, they might have the Hydro, which is then going to force us killing them with okay, they don't. With the secret door. We are lagging once again. Very badly. No, sorry, I'm not talking about, yeah, I'm just kind of very careful clicking because we don't have the Quirion backup. We still have one Saruli in the very worst case, but I just want to be sure we don't do anything stupid. And we win the matchup. 1-0. See you guys in match 2. Match 2 against Gotti MTG, who is an Italian player if I'm not wrong. We are on the draw, we have a reasonable hand, even though only one land. But technically, we have the turn for kill. And these might be familiars. Yeah. Now it all depends on Snap. Familiars is more or less a race for us. We are the aggressor. And with also the priest, we tend to overmana them relatively easily. In this case, we have both the problem of being on the draw and having only one land. Now let's see. We have the snap, familiar, into island. Okay, maybe no snap. So we try Ceruli. And then we go with the Axeman hoping. Yeah. Okay, in theory we have the kill next turn, but it will be really unexpected that they have nothing. I love this island, by the way. Invasion. Okay, they are looking for something. They are still looking for the snap. Let's see. Oh, they scry to top, so probably have the snap. Okay, this is interesting. So we start the Quirion. And we try Battlement. Then we try it on top. We try we can try the Galvanic. Let's yeah, let's I'm not super sure if let's try the DeckTech line. Okay. So now we cannot have additional blue. So we try. And they do have the snap. So now let's see if we can manage to do this. No, I don't think they have. So we have 13. So we can transmute only 4. No, I think we. Okay, we win. Okay, against familiars, we just want the Mirror Cab and Fairy Macabres. We don't need the Gerosense and one Tac. I am uncertain between the Tac and the Tinderwall. But since we are kind of increasing the non-green, we remove one non-green. Okay, this is also close to perfect. We need one land. I don't know if they played even Mulligan, so yeah, we definitely. Okay, we find the land. See if they get the idyllic. Yes, they do. They played, so now we actually try the priest. And once again, is all depending on the snap. They seem to have no land. Oh, this is very, very good for us because we are going to do multiple things this turn. Okay. The winery was not the best. Okay, this is not bad. We go with Tac. They might have Hydro. Then we try the Shield Sentinel. Into Axebane. Then we cannot do much else, unfortunately. But we do have the crab and infinite mana next turn. We need to find one. Well, we need to have a one good draw. And we do. So here we try. Especially because even if they counter the Galvanic, we can then Beast Rider with a lot of mana and the Beast Rider Vanguard. We really hope they do not have another Prohibit. If they do, we are kind of dead. And we win. Okay. We went the aggressive route and we were able to deliver 2-0. Match 3, once again on the draw against FRF 6. This we cannot keep. This is a complicated one. If we draw a land, is reasonably good. We risk it. Let's see. Green is good news. Elves. Elves is average news. But we kind of have the kill. It's only a little slow. Now, the thing, okay. They didn't do anything of the scary things. Turn 2, okay. So here, we are actually playing the tuck-tuck. If we draw a Quirion, we might be kind of close to win next turn. Let's, okay. Okay. Now let's do the math. We have the Quirion. So we play Overgrown, 3 mana. One is the Quirion. Untap, and we have 6 mana total. But no, I think we just go in this way, and we hope not to die, but it should be reasonably under control. The thing here is they might have vines, and vines is a problem because at the moment we cannot go for the Galvanic Alchemist. And in any case, we cannot do anything else, so we must hope they do not have device. Seems they have f6. Okay, we get game one. I don't know what, maybe they want to gain a lot of life. It's okay, we don't care about their life total. So here we once again have the combo of DeckTech and Beast Rider. That will be, wait, that will be very good even without infinite. No way they deck is so long. Seems they had f6 though. Maybe they wanted to time properly the life gain. Okay, we win the first one. So now this is a race, and we just get a bit of life, and we hope to have a good hand on the draw. Is going to be hard, but it's very important to be on the play for the possible game 3. And this would be a very good end on the play if we had the land. We go to 5. This is okay. Let's see what we draw. Land. So we are going to go for Axebane next turn. It would be nice to find a 2-drop, so maybe do something else. Okay, this is very, very good. Meaning a slow draw for them. So if yes, we definitely go Axebane. Anyway, they get the Quirion. Quirion is a little problematic, but at least they are probably not attacking this turn. But we need to do stuff fast. Okay. This was a good attack. 1 free damage. Let's see if they put the Well-Wisher in play. No, just spare. And Birchlore. So they have a multicolor mana. Now we definitely need the stuff. We start with Winding Way. We are forced to play This was a big error. We gave them 2 extra damage. I didn't think I had already played the land, so I was assuming I could play the second Axeman that was going to give us a chance. Let's see. I really hope they're going to attack with only 1 creature. Okay, they have a priest. Because in this case we can block with the Orochi. In any case, we are going to block with the Orochi. Even if they attack with multiple creatures, because one of the attacking creatures will be a 1/1. The problem is if they play now the priest and they have the Hydra, we are super dead. I think we are dead anyhow if they play the priest. Ah, they have a double Quirion. I didn't realize that. So this is actually lethal if they attack, but they don't attack, which is giving us a tiny chance. The attack with also the Timberwatch is very good for us. So 8 3 times, no, 2 times. They have already untapped once, right? Yes. So we just block the query. Let's see what they do. Here we have a gigantic live draw, which is a natural drone of Reed. That will give us the immediate kill. Okay, they do not want to. Okay, so please Fried. Almost. And not sure what they are waiting for. We are dead, so the only thing we can try to do is to find a Holy Mary lead with 1 or more additional Quirions and something to do with them. And we fail. But we were very close. Okay, we mulligan to 5 and they had a reasonable hand with the turn 2 Timberwatch plus double Quirion. So let's see why we. Okay, this time we are going to have the priest advantage. And we have Beast Rider. So this can be very good, very fast. I really hope they do not find immediately Timberwatch, because we have for sure the turn 4 kill. Okay. Oh, this is very good as well. Okay, we might have the turn 3 kill. Yep. That was a hell of a draw. We are dead only to a possible gut shot that I don't think Elves plays. Yep. And we even can kind of withstand an improbable additional spell. Okay. We win with a turn 3 kill. We had the perfect end of this game. So this league we are running well. 3-0. See you in match 4. Match 4 against the Scythian, again on the draw. We have almost everything we want in this hand. So we have the 2 and another green. That's very good. We tend to be reasonably favored against green. We need the... Okay, what is this? The red ramp? Oh! This is spy. This is spy with probably the kill. Now they play the Gate Creeper line. I think the version with the red, they play 5 lands. But they have them. Next turn they have the win. I unfortunately don't think we can do anything about it. Especially with double spy. We need to be lucky and get, first of all, card draw. I think we cannot do anything about it. Here we get even if we get an Axebane, we get the Axebane. Let's see if for any reason they forget to win. Being on the draw this time was a problem. They got the last land and now they win. Unfortunate. We tend to win this matchup. They only win if they are on the draw and they have, usually I would say, they tend to win if they are on the draw, on the play, sorry, and they have natural spy. Let's see if 2 dread returns, 1 outlet only. No, 2. Okay. They basically turned 3 us because we couldn't have a turn 4, and turn 4 we would have win 1. So here we just bring in, I'm not sure what. Okay. So we remove the ends and we remove the Shiro Sentinel, maximum speed. We are on the play, we need to have something that kills turn 4. This is not it. This is not it. This might be it. I think we keep as the special measure the Mirror Shell Crab. We have a turn 2 Axebane, but then we need a lot of things. Okay, the good news is that they do not have the spy. The bad news is that we miss basically everything. The good news is we might get them with the crab, but we need that to find something. So let's hope we get a reasonable, and we do not get it. So if they have the turn 3, they win. They should have 5 lands. Of course, they need to find a spy, but I always kind of think they always have it. They get the 4th land, that most likely is the. Okay, they sided out the mountain for maybe. Okay, this was a whiff. So right now, we just go. Then we have the win next turn, and which should problem is that now they have the dread return, but they need to play the spy. So first of all, they need to find the spy. They find the mesmeric. Do they have the 3 mana to play? Yes, they do. But we make them pay that. Now let's see what they take. We really prefer. Okay, they took the correct card, but we are obscenely lucky, and we just drew another one. One. Okay, no changes. Zero land. They also mulligan. Oh man, this is another mulligan, but we had the fairy. But we cannot play with this hand. This hand instead is pretty good. I really hate to put down the thread, and I really hope they do not turn to Mesmericas. Battlement and 4 cards in it. We also have a Battlement. Three lands. Ay, ay, ay. And late. Okay, the good news is they do not have the spy. Let's hope they do not have it in hand. Now we really need a Very Macabre from this late. And we whiff. Now it's just a matter to see if they have it or not. For 2 turns, basically. They have 3 unknown cards. Here it is. No, another lead. And here it is. We need the Macabre now. Because also the crab is not going to work. Please, Macabre. Nope. So can we do anything? Yes, we need to find the Macabre with this activation. And we whiff. Unfortunate. Being on the draw killed us. Well, actually, mulliganing quite a bit killed us. Oh, they found one Gauntlet. It would be super nice if they have it. In any case, they cannot cast it. And we lose 3-1. Last match, once again on the draw, we have a very, very good hand. Hoping opponent is not on red. And it's not. Now the hand is not so nice anymore due to Fighting Blade. But if we can withstand one turn, okay, even worse, Green Bubble. How much I love this creature. The matchup is not, let's say, a negative one. Probably you are actually favored because they tend to draw not so many cards and they go mostly 1 for 1, and we can do a lot of things. What is this? Target creature you can nice. Okay. Of course they have the thing, but they kept. Okay, this is fine. Let's open a reasonable winding way, which we do have. So we are very close to the kill. Now we're going to discard the priest, and we are playing multiple defenders next turn, unless they kill our. Okay. I don't know if this thing is worth resetting aside. Okay. Now they are going to play the familiar. Yep. Let's see if they have only one card in it. And there is the second one. Yeah. Okay, but they have no more cards in hand. So now we have the kill next turn, unless they dip something. This thing does allow to surveil. Okay. We take our 7 damages. Let's see what they do. So now, what they could have is, of course, a cast down, but we cannot do anything about it. Let's see. No, even a Traven Charm. And they have the Traven Charm, which is okay-ish. Let's see. If I think, yeah, I go for Reaping. Really hope they don't have something that pumps by 1. Now the thing is, if they kill the Galvanic Alchemist, we basically are dead, but in any case we are going to be dead in 2 turns due to the flyers. So we have rebuilt. They are once again 0 card in hand. I actually no, I didn't make a mistake. They know we have the kill. Okay. This should be it. I cannot think of any one black card that solves the problem for them. Unless, of course, they have snuff out and they just do a snuff out. So we go to 1. And we try the Galvanic Alchemist. Okay. We won, even though they ripped quite the card here. I think we just side in anti-artifact. I don't think the crab can be useful. Very macabre, not much. The scatter shots could be, but not very much, and is not for sure. So we want to bring in 3 vandals. They kill a lot of our tiny creatures, so we reduce by 1 the 1/1s. By 1 each, I mean. It's a little a pity due to Priest of Titania, since we are siding in 3 elves. But I think this is probably the best. I want the tuck-tucks to block the flyers. Hmm. I think we keep this one even though it's very slow. Because we can now kill one of the bridges. Get the blocker in play. Now, it will be super good if they do not have the third land, but it's not super likely. But they do not have the Untitled Blade, which is already good news. So now we start probably with 2 anyway. And we get a whole bunch of creatures. Oh, this is very, very good. Because now we are going to have... Oh, Axeman into another Vandal. They did not... No, they did play the land. Now we have the kill on board. Let's see. Probably they have the removal. If they should use it immediately. They do not tap out. Okay. So here we go slow. Since we have a lot of things that we can do. And get the free scry. Okay. So let's see what happens. Next turn we can do a huge amount of things. Let's see if they had they seem not to have the removal. They had 5 lands in 5 turns. Now let's see if they play anything. If not, we are going to they found a land. So they could have double interaction. Let's start with an alchemist. They need to kill it. If they don't, we win. Okay. Now let's see if we now go for a reaping line. Let's see if they have another Raven Charm, which is the play because then I have the kill. Did we trick them? Yes, we did. They even slow rolled it. Now we win, except in the case of them having also snuff out. And we win. We get our 4-1. And we played reasonably well. We lost only to Spy, mostly due to the fact we lost the die roll. So that worked for once. We didn't make too many mistakes. We had a doable league. We didn't meet any terrible matchup, but it was good. Thank you for watching, and see you in to the next video. Ciao.